The struggle is real. Hot flashes can be managed. I'm gonna tell you 3 ways that you can minimize the hot flashes and or eliminate them completely. Yes. As you recently heard in the past videos, I've been struggling with hot flashes. In this channel, we like to go all natural as much as we possibly can without doing anything synthetic. I didn't want to take the medications and things like that hormone therapies that are not naturally coming from God and coming from the ground. I've been on a search, and I found some ways that might help you. I can't guarantee it, but it's certainly starting to make a change for me. You guys know my story pretty much. There are things in our diet that we cannot eat, and I know I am one of those. And you have to ask yourself those questions. Am I having too much caffeine, a lot of coffee? Am I drinking a lot of wine or alcohol in general? Or am I doing a lot of sugar? Yes, sugar. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. And I'm talking to me. Processed foods, no good. The number one way of dealing with those hot flashes is always in your diet. So eating a plant-based diet is half of the battle. It might be most. Some people that have just changed their diet to plant-based have eliminated those hot flashes and all those night sweats. What is the secret sauce to this? I think it's just about eating plants that come from nature and come from God. And so He's giving us the foods and the medicines right there in the land that is going to help us with any ailments that we may approach or may have a challenge with. As I mentioned before, what I shouldn't eat and what we shouldn't eat, and maybe just temporarily give it a pause, is alcohol, sugar, most definitely, processed food, and watching the caffeine that you do drink. Some hot foods can be a problem, like spicy foods, things like that. You have to think about it, and you have to do a trial and error. I know my body immediately reacts as soon as I eat something, and so I have to be mindful and maybe eat some cooling foods. And so in Chinese medicine, there are foods that they are calling cooling foods that are considered very helpful for dealing with hot flashes. Foods like apples, broccoli, spinach, bananas, even eggs are okay if you're going to eat a little bit of meat. Another thing that I did not realize is that I had stopped doing for a little while is green tea. Green tea is known as a cooling food. A bonus is all the foods here are rich in nutrients, and they are disease-fighting chemicals that are in these foods, and they will give you those benefits of health, right? Chasing the health. Apple cider vinegar. Thank you so much to my colon therapist who recommended it. That apple cider vinegar, with all the nutrients that it has and balancing components, it will help you as well. So it might be something you take in the morning. I used to take it a lot, but I got away from it, and I was just drinking lemon water and maybe a sprinkle of Himalayan salt for the electrolytes. I would put a shot in apple cider vinegar in my water, maybe 8 to 10 ounces, if you don't want to, shock your body with just a straight up shot. And that might be something that would help. And then I would follow with my lemon water as usual. So it's just something that you might consider, not something required. And number 2, herbs. Herbs and supplements are a great way to combat this situation too. So for me, because my episodes were going on for me, 16 to 20 times, and I counted one day of the episodes that was hitting me with those hot flashes all throughout the day. I consider that being an acute situation. So I went after supplements, and there's nothing wrong with that. At my favorite store, and I mentioned this before, is Herbally Grounded, and they have this great concoction and many other concoctions of herbs that will help combat the hormones and deal with us women in menopausal, perimenopausal symptoms that we're having. What is starting to turn the corner for me after about a week and a half of taking it is Restore. Restore is one of those things that are supplements that have so many different types of herbs in it. There is another supplement called Replenish, and that was highly recommended as well. I was taking the two together, but I thought it was way too much, and I think it kind of triggered even more of the symptoms. And I saw that I was gaining more weight with the Replenish. I think because it has the black cohosh in it, and black cohosh is great for dealing with menopausal symptoms, but for me, you definitely have to customize to yourself, and it's a trial and error situation. And so I'm backed off of the Replenish, and then I saw my weight go back down, and then I just continue on with the Restore. So there's a lot of different things you can look at there. I will leave links below in the description box of everything that I'm talking about when it comes to supplements. The other thing is B12. I have a couple of RNs that mentioned that the B12 is key to also calming down and balancing out the hormones. And so I do take a B12 shot usually once a month, and I had skipped the last month, so hey, and that's ironic that the hot flashes started then. I returned back to that and getting those shots, but if you would like to just get a liquid form B12 or capsules, but I would err on the liquid side and go from there. Also, probiotics. Another thing that you should be taking anyway, because it's all about the gut. Everything in the gut can heat up the rest of the body. If your gut is not in tune and it is not in a balanced format, then it will trigger off more of these symptoms. And even enzymes that you eat with each meal to help you break down the food better and to digest better. Remember, if the gut is happy, the rest of the organs and the rest of your body will also be too. And the number third way of what I think really will help with hot flashes is exercising. It will help you when you burn off the excess heat that is internally ailing us, right? And that we're letting off these hot flashes, right, and bursts. And so you would think it would be the opposite because you're sweating and you're heating up when you exercise, but actually doing that will help you in the long run. So get back to your intervals of running, get back to, maybe fast walking. Also weights, doing weights is so good for the body and keeping toned, and that will also help you. But just burning off, and my favorite hobby right now and exercise is roller skating. So I really burn a lot there and doing a lot of uphill skating recently. So these are things that you might want to check out for yourself. Exercise and keep up the regimen. I hope this helped. Just a quick video to get things in check for you. And I have a question. What are you doing? Or do you have any home remedies yourself that you're working with for hot flashes? And anything that I haven't mentioned, please add those in the comments below. I'd love to hear because I'm open to trying new things as well. I thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to keep searching for that perfect bite and balance. Talk to you soon.